this object is in solid mode. So you can see here along with solid, different modes are there. Rendered mode is there, material mode is there. You can see it's a material mode. Then texture mode, solid, it's a normal, wireframe and bounding box. So in this way, different viewports shadings are available that you can use. Normally in practice, the solid mode is used. Now we are going to see the simple object creation and the color, how to give the color effects to this. This object is here. I delete it first and take another object. Add mesh. I take here ecosphere. Okay. Now here on the left hand side and right hand side, the properties are there. That properties are also important. Now we are going to see the properties, some of the properties. So segments, here in this UV sphere there are 32 segments. You can minimize this. Suppose I make it 12 segments. You can see here. Why I minimize it? If I minimize it, it is easy to select the segments while you are using the edge. 32 segments are there, selection of the edge is difficult. So to avoid this, to make simple the next task, we can minimize the segments. Rings also there, you can minimize the rings. You can see here, rings are minimized, 8 rings, 4 rings, in this way. So for according to the project that we are going to generate, according to the shape that we are going to generate, you can change the segments also. You can change the size also. But this size changing, it is possible using the scale option. It is simple. In this direction, or I can scale. S, scale the entire object, and S, X, Y, Z to scale in the particular direction. Suppose I want to scale the entire object in this way. Now, next I take same, add mesh, UV sphere. It is added here only. It is in scale mode. I need to change it. Okay, the new object is created. I minimize it. This one, I put it here. Again, I scale it. Okay, take another one. Suppose add mesh, here cone. You can check it from the front view. 1 minute. Okay, then in this way, different views you can see. Bottom. Select only using the left click and then put it in this way. Now the front view. You can see here. What I have done? I have taken the top view and put it one by one. Okay. So that it looks good. Now it is a front view. You can observe it. Now see, while we render this image, when we complete the image and want to save it as an image, so in that case it must fit in the camera. It must fit in the camera, otherwise your image will not, entire image will not save. For that, 0 is used to camera view. 0 is used, numpad 0 is used for camera. What happens here now? You can observe that this image, two these UV spares are there, but this cone is not in the camera. Okay, means what need? I need to minimize the size of these three objects. So again click 0, it goes to the original one. I select it, scale it, minimize this so that it can fit in the camera. Select, scale, minimize it. Scale it, minimize it. Now again 7 button and check whether it is in proper way or not. Front top view, then this is the front view, it's okay. Now using the middle button of the mouse, you can see it in any direction. Now the next thing is that, or one thing that you need to do, suppose I want to change the color. I want to change the color or want to give the color to these objects. Simply go to the properties. Here type active data to display edit material. Okay, material property you required. So click on this and say new. Now first you need to select the object to which you want to give the color. New, diffuse. Here you can use the color. In this way I use this color. You can change the intensity. It is 0.8, suppose I make it 0.6. You can see it is changed the intensity. So many things are there available related to this. You can change this. Now this color, this object I want to give again new. Check the color or take any one color. Next this object new, take any one color. Again intensity and all these things you can change. Now, so in this way this is object or this shape is created. Now click on 0, numpad 0, the camera view you can see here. Again click on 0, I click on 7, in this way. Now it fit in the camera, correct? Click on 0. Now I want to render it. I want to render it or generate the .jpg file here. For that, click on this camera button, render. Click here and you can render it. But when you render it, the object, where it is stored, when you render it, where it is stored, you can see here output .tmp file, which is by default with the Blender, it is saved there, or you can change it. Suppose I want to save it in the D drive. CG practical, and here I want to save it, accept. So you can see here it is DCG practical. So whatever the render image is generated, it will be saved here. Now by default it is .png. You can change it, BMP, Iris, PNG, JPG, JPEG 2000, etc. Different are available. Movie these are available for animation purpose. Suppose I use here JPEG, so format will be changed. This RGB, black and white, everything is available there. Now render it. For that, click on this render. Or here another object, another way to render it. Here render image. That also you can do. F12 is there for this one. Click any one of this render. It start the rendering. Now it's your object created. Okay. Now you can observe here the cap is not in proper position. You can change its position. Now another thing, from render if you want to go to the previous one, or first how to save it. Now this render image is created, I want to save it. So image, save as image, or F3 you can use. Where you want to save it there. Suppose I use here S4 batch, na? S4 1 as .jpg. It will be stored in documents. Instead of that, on D CG practical is there, save. It is saved there. So you can observe it. D CG practicals S4 1. The image is saved. Another thing is that I want to again go to the previous. I want to say make some changes. So render, show and hide the render view, or you can use F11. F11, it when go to the previous. I want to change. Okay. You can see it in different views in this way, using the simple middle button of the mouse. Next, suppose light effects. For that, you can see here it's a light. If you change this light, suppose I make the changes here and observe what happens here. It is more darkness it created. Why? Because I change the light effect. F11, go to the previous. I put it here, this light, and render it. You can say it is more bright now. So in this way, F11, you can observe the light effects, and whatever the light effect you want to give, accordingly you can change the light in this way. Another thing is that see, when I click on right, some of the properties are not available there. Suppose I want to do some changes here, again click on the object, then the properties will appear. Now here wire effect you can give, surface, now it is material. Suppose I want to give some texture here, it is possible. For here texture, new to this object, suppose click on material, Select the texture. Okay, you can observe here it is texture is here change. The texture is applied to this object. Okay, in this way you can change the texture of the object. F11, move to the previous. Now suppose I want to save this file as a .blend file. We saved only image, we not saved the file. Now this file I want to save, so that next suppose I want to perform anything with this object, want to change this object, we can do it. File, save as, file, save as. It is a .blend file. If you want, you can give the name S4 1.blend, and you want to save it somewhere in particular folder, it is possible. S4 1 save as a blend file, so it is saved. Suppose I want to open it again, you can see here S4 1, it is saved like this. Open it again, you if you want any changes you can do it. Now another one more object I will show you. The creation of the chair. For creation of the chair, cube is required. So the cube is already there as by default. I am using here, already you know about the keys. 1 for front, 7 for top, 3 for side, and 0 to say the camera view. Okay. So 0 I click. Yes, it is in within the camera. So that when we generate the rendered image, then it will fit in the camera. Again click on 0, move to the previous one. After that, now we want to make the chair, according to we need to scale this object. For that, click yes and click I, change scale it according to the Z direction. Okay, I increase its size so that it is visible. Now this object is scaled in Z direction. Now move it into the edit mode using the tab only, or here this edit mode is available, or you can use only the tab edit mode to object mode. Now it is selected. Now R. Okay, the R we are going to see here. For that we are going to create the cuts here, and then we will use extrude it. For that, see extrude available here also. You can use it also, or you can use the short keys also. But using the short keys are more useful in the Blender. Now Control R. I click Control R. And the cut is created. You can observe here the pink. Now click on the left button and move this cut accordingly where you want to give the cut. And again make a right click. Again Control R. You can change the cut direction in this way. This cut is created, but I don't want in this direction. Again Control R. Control R. Okay. Now tab object mode, tab this one. You can observe in this one way we have created. These cuts we have created. Now we can select the faces, we can select the vertices, and we can select the edges using this one. Now I want to make, first I will show you the table, and then the same object we are going to use to generate the or the creation of the chair. For that table creation I need the bottom one. Okay, for bottom the key is used 9. Okay, or one is the top, correct? Front view, sorry, one is the front view, 7 is the top view, and 9 is the bottom. Now select the edges accordingly. I'm going to select the edges. This one, sorry, faces. So this is for face. Select this one. Now shift this one, shift this one, this one. Now these four faces are selected. Now I want to exclude this one only. This extrude is available, that also you can use, or you can use E only and exclude it accordingly in this way. Now move to the object, from edit to object mode, and you can see here what happens. The table is created. Okay. Now I want to make it chair. Again edit mode. The cuts are there already, which we already made. Now shift, select these faces, and then E and extrude. Again you want to extrude in particular direction only, that you can use here. E and I press Z. Now it is in straight line. Suppose I want to make tilt it. Only using the mouse I am doing it. Now I tilt it here slightly in this way. Now again tab object mode. The chair is created. Suppose I want to make its hands. Simply okay, shift, if you click on the control, then it will select all. Shift if you want to select some part only, and extrude in Z direction. So I click Z. If you want, you can tilt like this, any size you want. In that way you can create in this way. Hands are created. Suppose I want to select edges. This edge, extrude in this way also you can change if you want to do something different. I select. Okay. Now move to the object mode. In this way your chair is created. It is tilted. I think I tilt it because of that. Now 0 camera view, you can see it. Now again using the color, you can give the different colors to this chair in this way. So many colors you can give to this chair. Then camera 0, to see the camera view, it is there. I want to change its direction, correct? So I change in this way. I minimize its size. In this way it is created. Now render it, where it is render, camera, render. In this way it is created. Now light effects also you can change. F11, here it is a light. You can change the light effects. in this way. Okay. So in this way, the light effects also you can change and save the image.